Hey, what's up my friends? Nick Arapkalis here and welcome to today's video. It's been nearly a week since I had surgery on my pectoral tendon. I obviously explained a lot of that on my previous YouTube video, so if you haven't seen that, I would definitely check it out. It was definitely a little bit more woozy and hopped up on pain meds and not as clear thinking, but obviously definitely wanted to get a YouTube video out. And on this video, since it's been nearly a week, I figured I would share some things that has been going through my mind. And I actually wrote this entire post, and I'm going to post it on my Facebook page. I actually just posted some of it on my Instagram. You're not allowed to post as much on your Instagram. You're only allowed 2,200 characters, so it wasn't the full story. So I figured I would just read it. And I tried to be a little funny in here, try to make light of the situation, and just have some fun with it, but also give you maybe some lessons that I've experienced through my experience here that might be able to help you or someone that you know. So if it does, make sure and share this with them if you think they can get something out of this. So without further ado, I will just read this. Maybe just to give you a quick update. Things are going well. I'm still in Colorado. I'm probably going to stick here till the end of November just to hang out. I don't feel like traveling, going through security or anything like that, and I can get a lot of work done. In fact, I started working on my book again, which will be published in the next few months, as I explain here. But yeah, pain has been kind of up and down. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Nausea is okay, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. But all in all, I feel like it's going to be a speedy recovery. Again, only a week out, and feeling pretty good for the most part. So yeah, let me just read this and kind of give you maybe a little bit of perspective on what's going on in my mind, what I think all this is meaning, because to some extent I feel that everything happens for a reason. So for everyone wondering what happened to me, I was fortunate enough to escape yet another high-speed chase with the feds, suffering only a few nicks and bruises. Psych! Obviously, Nick, your jokes are not funny. What really happened? Okay, carrying on. Recently I've been traveling a bit, to Colorado, then Virginia, to visit family. Something I really needed. Hadn't done it in a while, and to be honest, I had been quite stressed out with life lately, so a little break from the routine was just what the doctor ordered, and maybe a little bit more. And some good quality family time on the East Coast was what I got, and we headed back to Colorado. Then shortly after that, I would be heading back to the warm, dry desert. Weirdly enough, I didn't feel like I was ready. Wasn't ready to get back into the swing of things. Was still stressed out and not sleeping that well, even though I've been meditating daily and taking my emotional health seriously. Headed to the gym in Colorado one more time before my scheduled flight. Lately I've been feeling really great in the gym, progressing with my strength, and for some reason I had a little extra pep in my step this day. I don't normally do flat bench, but I was feeling strong. So I slapped 225 and on and proceeded with 3 sets. Again, felt strong, no problems whatsoever until the very last rep. I couldn't hear anything because I had my headphones on, blasting to something extremely manly, I'm sure, when I felt it. What did I feel? Well, it's hard to 100% accurately describe because I had never felt anything like it. But I guess if I had to, it felt like ripping a sheet of paper down the middle. Whatever it felt like, I knew something was wrong because I lost all strength in my left arm. Fortunately, I'm so jacked I just lifted all with my right hand. Or maybe it all kind of fell on me and someone came and helped me out. We rushed out of the gym, went to the ER. We quickly came to our senses and busted out of there before they charged us for what we probably already knew. So we went to the family doctor and they told us to get an MRI, torn pectoralis major. I feel smart when I talk in proper anatomical terms. Yep, it ripped right off the bone. And to be honest, it didn't hurt that much until the doctor started digging her fingers into the tear. Anyways, they gave me the option. Have a weird, deformed, weak pec for the rest of my life or reattach that mofo. Obviously, I chose the latter. Had surgery the next day and off to what I see a speedy recovery. 6 weeks in a sling and 2 weeks from surgery, I start physical therapy. The reason I'm writing this is not for you to feel bad for me whatsoever. In fact, as weird as it sounds, I'm grateful that this happened, as I'll share why in a moment. So if you're feeling bad for me, please stop now. I wanted to share this story because maybe my mistakes could help you or someone you know. Not any gym etiquette because, to be honest, looking back on it, I don't see anything that I did was ridiculously wrong. Yes, I could have eased into the weight more or stretched more thoroughly, but in my opinion, this injury was caused by emotional stress I was under. It had to come out some way. I know that sounds a little dramatic, but our bodies are very closely linked to our emotional well-being. Go do some research. There's plenty out there. So why am I grateful this happened? Well, like I said, I wasn't quite ready to get back to Arizona, and this has now pretty much glued me to a Colorado lazy boy until December. I needed to take a step back. Lately, business and relationships had not been the best, and instead of accepting the fact that life in all areas is cyclical, I just put even more pressure on myself. It was like flooring the gas and brake pedal at the same time. This allowed me to experience all of the love from the amazing people in my life, giving me such great perspective on how I have so much to be grateful for. It's given me the time to clean up the clutter of my life, sometimes something simple as cleaning out the contacts in my address book that I don't talk to anymore. It's given me time to really work on myself and my mind. It's allowed me to reconnect with people I haven't talked to in a while. It's given me time to start projects back up that I'm not sure I would have, like my book. This guy will finally be published in the next few months. And I'm very grateful for my right hand, because even though it's really slow typing with one hand, it would have taken 10 times as long typing with my nose. Just a little side note, yes, it takes a long time just typing with one hand. So hope you appreciate the fact that I wrote this out. And I think up until recently I started forgetting, let me start here. Long story short is I have so much to be grateful for, mainly the amazing people in my life. And I think up until recently I started to forget that a little bit and rather focusing on all my perceived problems. And what I want to leave you with is a few things. Take care of yourself. Practice self-care consistently, because if you're very prideful and stubborn like myself, well, you saw what happened. Be kind to others. And even further, if you see someone that seems a little off their typical self, ask them. You have no idea what it means at times. Quit judging people. It's just your fears, doubts, and insecurities coming to the surface anyways. Focus and feel everything you have gratitude for, because you never know how quickly things can be ripped away. Pun intended. Anyways, that's about the story. So hopefully I kind of gave you some insights. Again, it did take me a long time to type that up. I don't know how long, but yeah. I'm a pretty quick typer when I have both hands, but obviously didn't have both hands, so I was just typing with one hand. So definitely put a lot of thought into that, and I thought maybe I would just, instead of talking about it, I would just read it to you, since I put a lot of thought and energy into it. So hopefully that helps you. Maybe there's someone that you know that has experienced something like this, and I'm always looking for the lesson in things. As difficult as this was, obviously I think a lot of good came from it. I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I'm just like ready to be done with this. Even last night before I went to bed, I was just like, I'm kind of tired of it. I just want to go lay in a regular bed and have a healthy body, but that's just not the way it is. I have to sleep in a recliner right now. That's what I've been sleeping in with for a week. Just that's what keeps me upright. And to be honest, sleeping probably hasn't been the best lately, but it's the way it is. It's the way things go, and you just got to roll with the punches, because most of life, what do they say, like 10% of life is what happens to you, 90% of life is how you deal with it. So how are you going to deal with life? How are you going to deal with your problems? I think if you really want to be successful in life, and if you really, whatever that means to you, with your health, wealth, or relationships, or all of the above, you need to keep on showing up, keep on moving forward. Like, this isn't going to be the last battle of my life. I'm going to have probably stuff that's even harder than this, but everything is training you for the next step, and you just have to maintain that perspective. It's not always easy. Like I said, there's been times that in this past week I'm just kind of ready to be done with this and get upset and emotional, but you have to keep pushing through. Just understand that's the way we are. We're emotional beings, and you're not always gonna be able to put on that great face and say I'm okay, but as long as you do it most of the time, you'll be good. So again, share this with someone if you think they can get something out of it. If someone's going through a similar situation, I'd love to impart some of my wisdom on them and help them out in some fashion. So thank you for watching this video, guys. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, make sure and do that, and we will see you on the next video.
Tonight.